Okay. Um, First of all, I just want to say thank you. Um, I hear this perps who sound like children. I'm not sure if they're actual children, but they sound like that. And they make themselves sound so childish at the same time. I think when they talk to me, they think the more childlike they sound, the innocent they sound like, and the less likely they're going to get what's coming for them. But it's trash, and I wish that they live. And I'm saying that in a very mean spirited. I pray that they continue to live this low lifeness. They're being groomed to be trash, and they're already being trashed. It's so nasty. But to hear this trash tell me how I'm not a man and this and that, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'd rather not be a man than whatever you are. It's so bad what you're part of. You're just nothing trash. When I even look at them, I see them for like they're not even human to me. I'm telling you. That's why I'm like, please do what you need to do. Please live this long life of nastiness. I'd rather get my jaw broke. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you something. Maybe you're being groomed this way. I'm gonna show you this non-man who is skinny, who is scared of pain, can run to pain. Because trash like you are nothing. I'd rather be this non-human being, whatever that, than live life. Have been groomed like this. One thing I'm gonna say, my parents, my family were involved in this program, participated in my program. But I'm so thankful that in my life I was not groomed to be like this. And the funny thing is, like, they think the more childish it sounds, like, oh my gosh, you're trash. You sound like you work for pedophiles. And the reason why they say that is because they are apparently gonna frame me. So they're using these children. Can you imagine, right? You're whatever age these people are, and you're already being trained to frame. Who was the future for these people? They were making fun of these kids. I remember going to the airplane, right? I was flying, and some people said, "Oh, we're gonna give them the best therapist." I'm like, you see, that's why they think of you heroes. They were laughing about it. It's like they're gonna get the best therapist because obviously children that are being groomed in this way don't grow up to be normal. Something's gonna happen to them mentally. I don't even think they can even make it to 30. Right? So I know that even people are even mocking them. They think, oh, what kind of like the trash? These kids are gonna need some therapy, some serious one. Because you don't grow up to frame people and become a normal person. And they're like, you're not a man. I was like, okay, but listen, whatever you are, I'm thankful I'm not that. And when I see them, if I showed you the picture of some of this trash, I would call you nothing. You would laugh. Some kid weirdo. It's like, look at this shit. I'm even embarrassed. And every time that I look at this kid, they try to create some perception. But look at this. Now, for me, there's no need for me to get angry, agitated. But the reason why they were saying I'm not a man is because they're falsifying my memory. What they're doing to change memories and recreating it. You see the title, Hunter's Ridge Pool. They're changing it to include stimulation sensation in ways. Listen, I know what they do is to go into memories, falsify memories, and try to present that as if it's your memories, right? And to falsify memories to paint this falsified reality. And they have no shame. Like I said, they have no shame. There is no when I mean no shame, let me just be clear. It's not the shame of falsifying memories. The shame that I obviously am gonna call out the fact that this is memories they've been falsifying, like they've been falsifying so many memories. It goes with what I've said in 2020. Right? They look at what they could change, add something there that was not there, and they'll be like, oh, we mapped it. And that's why this trash come and say these things to buck seeing this false memory. And you're not a man because they just falsify memory. And apparently, this distraction and this deflection of some sort, this changing of the subjects, bucks in this false memory. It's always like that. When they do something that's falsified my mind or whatever, they say some random things. Oh, you're gonna be stretched out. It's as if that helps bucks in this false memory. That's always how it goes, right? So I see that as that. I think maybe they want to change direction. So I don't bring that up. I don't know, but that's what they usually do. That I'm not saying this does not go happen, and I'm not saying that they don't think like this. I don't care what they think. This bottom is working for pedophiles. What is it meant to them? What's the human when they're out here being groomed by top tier pedophiles out here falsifying memories? They're like, what's that? Who cares about what? They're trash. So the reason why they do that at the same time is because they want to box in this false memory. They want to box in this thoughts, and it says things that are supposed to be like take away, like make me think of that instead of just what just happened in my brain where they just changed these memories. So this is the video is about Hunter's Ridge Pool, right? They go into, like I said, they go into memories, create a new version. For example, Hunter's Ridge Pool is when I was like in my young adulthood. Me and my best friend used to go to the gym, and there was like an apartment gym place, right? And next there would be a pool, you know, there's like a little like apartment gym spot, and then there's like a little pool area. And so every once in a while we'll go, me, him, his sister, and a group of like other people will go and go swim, right? And you know, I remember going there with him and his friends and my friends would go there, and then sometimes there's other people at the pool. I remember, you know, they just brought up this memory when I used to like do push up before, because I wanted my chest to look like a little, you know, because there was women, like there was girls, my, you know, other his friends and whatever. I don't want it to look like I'm a little more muscular, you know, try to look buffer. And so I remember doing the push-ups to kind of inflate my pecs, right? Anyways, now how they change it, because this is like an apartment public pool, right? If people in the apartment area could go to that pool, so sometimes they could be like kids and whatnot. To change the memory, they're making me imagine having like erections and like arousals. And the way they're doing this is they're taking a time for example, when I'm in my bathing suit, I'm having an erection because I'm with a woman. And me and this woman are doing something at a beach. We're like kind of like being a little sexual. We're not having sex or anything, but we're a little close to each other. So they're taking that moment, apply that into that moment, into me at this pool, and say, no, but you had this because there was kids around, and you got aroused, and make me imagine that, and try to make me accepting of that. And then, you know, because sometimes my coworkers talk about pools and something like that, and I don't know if it means that they tell me they're gonna drown me, right? And I think that's why they talk about pools, right? They talk about a pool because they keep telling me they're gonna drown. I'm gonna be drowning, right? And so the pool, I'm supposed to be. That's why it's. I feel like this is a warning of how they're gonna do something to me, right? And so I think that's what they try to say. But they're like, no, that's what they're bringing up pools. It's because when you're at the pool, you had these erections and then poof, bullshit. Storylines they put together. Now I don't know if it's because they're gonna do something to me in the pool where they're gonna be drowned, or because I almost drowned when I was a child, as a kid. I don't know. But they really want to gaslight me to think, no, that's what they bring up pools, is because you're having just like clown ass trash. And they use these bottom feeders to do whatever they can to disorient you, not because you were having an erection. You have no shame. It's trash out here altering the memories. And you hear this person say, oh, I love it, to try to box in because I'm supposed to be like, no, you don't love it. They're falsifying my memories in this fashion, and they've been doing that for so long. Right, I've been saying that for a minute, for a long time. And they're gonna do some more stuff and more stuff. It's gonna be more and more of that nature to try to create this false reality. Because the reality is today, they force me to have this nasty reaction toward children. And they want me to be accepting of this reaction today. So they, oh no, when you were at the pool there, now you saw a kid in gas stimulation, trash us. And they play around my memories, bring up a time when I'm having erection because I'm with a woman and me and her are having like this, like, or maybe think of me when I'm like a young, like 10 years old or 12 years old or 11 years old. It's like, remember when you're at the pool there, you have some, they have no shame to try to make me imagine having an erection there. They have no shame in regard of like how stupid they look, falsifying memories and looking like they're obviously falsifying memories. and you hear this perps when they interact with you. What kills me is they still try to use this tonality, like, no, they'll rape you, they'll stretch. I'm like, and they use this like serious voice as if they're like they got something, and I should listen to the tone of their voices and the sincerity or the seriousness of their voices as if that validates them. I know they have no shame. What I mean they have no shame is they can look at you and sound like so deep in the way they talk, but say the biggest bullshit that you ever can hear. Like, you can laugh at this trash. You're a fucking retard just because you talk like that. It's like, no, it's your voice. They'll say something like that. You're trash ass. You think I respect you? You're fucking bottom feeder. You have this real retard tell me I'm not a man. Look at who's talking to you about being a man. Target individuals stay strong. I rather stretch the way they tell me I'm going to stretch, the way I'm going to be, then let this trash go live in that fantasy, the thing they put together and falsify, and then try to sell it and try to make you accepting of it. And then they give, because I see them for the trash that they are, they tell me how I'm going to be stretched. Like, I rather stretch, I rather get stabbed, I rather die, I rather get my jaw broken, than live a life where the reality is recreated this way. And they live, this trash live this way, and try to sound in this like mistakeful way, or even respectable way. You're just nothing. That's what you do, spending your life doing. I pray that you live like this as long as you can before you die. I pray that you live just doing this thing that you love so much. Pray that you do that. And low life that find empowerment is just recreating reality in these disgusting ways. Please live this life so you can forget about reality. Trash ass. I don't. For me, when they say they love this, like, please do it. And I understand why. You think you love that because it's such a strong human being? You think that's why you love that? I know why you love it. I know you're in pajamas recreating reality. Why would you love that? You'll be watching me screaming. A clown that's scared to be seen. Target video, stay strong. These perps at the bottom feeders of this earth, and they when they tell me they love me, they love it. I'm like, I know you do. You see how empowered you feel? You're a clown in pajamas, reconstructing people's memories in fashions that you want them to accept it. And then you tell them how they're gonna scream, and you'll be watching. Oh, how brave! You know how little it will take to break you down. Target individual, for me, I've accepted reality for what it is, and I see these losers for what they are. I understand they love it. Why would they not love it? Where else can they do where reality is something they try to escape so much? Can be redesigned. This is what they do, and this is how they try to recreate reality. Like this man says,
able to impose any information on the brain of a person, presumably by some kind of waves, which in the mind take the form of voices, thoughts and images and imagination. In addition to this kind of implanting information that they need, they manipulate the psyche so that the information is written into your memory. Then by stimulating the certain regions in the brain, they can retrieve this information and present it as your own memory. This is the conclusion that can be made judging by the influence they have been making on me with their psychotronic weapons, for example artificial thoughts, imagination, and mental torture.
And they send this trash of all sorts, from childlike sounding shit to some wannabe character fantasize of whatever they want to create themselves as. The confidence they get out of this is because whatever is going to happen to me is going to happen to me because governmental entities are running this program. It's the only time where they can be sure that whatever is going to happen is going to happen. These people, some of them can be suicidal. Some of them can be crying every day for nothing. They can be the most emotional, unstable people, but when they talk to you now, you're crazy. It's like, pooh, man, you're trash ass. You see this low and unstable shit talking to you as if they're like the most. And me, I'm so thankful that I made these videos about falsifying memories for so long that I bring up something.
You actually have that memory, but the perception changes in that memory. And
this is in 2020.
Sensation.
Try to manipulate something.
Added to it. Nuts. It's just so weird to even try to explain something like that, because it does feel so you know, so abnormal. But adding sensations, feelings, perceptions of things you weren't feeling, just to also create this narrative in this persona. And this really, is just is to the point where you don't even wanna fall for any of your memories. It's all about deception.
I made this video in 2020. In 2020, you understand? They are systematic on things. They do the same thing over and over. I made this video 2020. Listen to what I just said. I made this video 2020, and they manipulate this memory in these ways. Does it not sound exactly what I was saying in 2020? It's because they do this thing consistently. They're gonna do something else like that, and they all try to disorient me and do these things. This trash about them, and they really try to make me think it's like, no, but remember when you were a kid, I'm so stupid. Truly try to make me acceptive of this, but this is what they do. They are rewinding the thought process. They're rewinding the brain in whatever ways they can to offend in an offensive way.
Individual's head. And once you can do that, you can control them using neuro-linguistic programming techniques. You're rewiring their thought processes and brains. And so this gets into what's called offensive information warfare. And they used it, I believe, in the Gulf sample, the eugenics program, and they need to sample all cultures, language throughout the world to define the probability matrices of which tricks, techniques, deception works. So how do you control?
And I'm hearing these perps coming out saying random things, try to deflect, change subject in ways to just gaslight you. Going through their scripts, using their fierce tonality behind the door. This trash are low life. They're gonna get theirs. But I'm so thankful I'm able to say these things. I rather not being a man than being whatever these low life are. Trash and bottom feeders who sold their soul to pedophiles to feel empowered. Let me just say that. When I say sold their soul to pedophiles, it's because these governmental entities are so pedophilia centric. These tactics they use to break us down with this pedophilia type of torture. The reason why they're altering the memories and changing it with their extra things to try to paint this persona is one thing. It's an offensive attack to your mind. They try to change who you are as a human being. They try to make you accepting of that. But they actually work for governmental entities. Those entities that empower them, that give them this loving feeling they get because they feel empowered. This trash are working for governmental entities that have so much issue with child porn and pedophilia that these bills introduced for that. So I'm like, trash in every ways. You are here reconstructing reality, finding ways to implant this stimulation, sensation in your storylines in it. Well, you actually work for pedophiles. This is what this whole life needs to live like. And you see how weak they are. I'm like, I know why you love it. Don't even tell me you love it. You don't need to. Look at you. Of course you love it. So I'm not talking to just this strong.